Hello and welcome to an introductory video on the Custom Data Organizer application. Today I'm going to be giving you a quick and dirty overview of the features of this app. The Custom Data Organizer is a new way of organizing and maintaining all your personal data. Everything from exercise, health, spending, personal journaling, client information, grades, your progress on some abnormal widget you're building, or just about any other information you may need to keep track of. There are already lots of information tracking apps out there, but they are all designed around one area of data, like exercise trackers, and force you into one particular mode of thinking. My app is designed to be fully customizable, so you can set up your data tracking to be as unique as you are. So you can keep track of all the different areas of your life in one easy location, exactly the way you intend. So let's get started with a few pre-built sample dashboards to give you an idea of what's going on. I'm going to go into the Load Save menu and download the feature ideas for this app preset. Now that I've loaded this preset, I have a new dashboard called Feature Ideas. This dashboard shows how you can use this as a simple way to display information in a couple reports. There are trackers and data behind the information seen in these reports, but this dashboard is just for viewing, so I have not included any data input options. I intend to keep this sample dashboard updated with ongoing information about the Custom Data Organizer application. Okay. Now let's look at a sample dashboard that can actually track some of your data. So I'm going to go back into the Load Save menu and select the Habit Kicker sample dashboard. This dashboard is a way to keep track of your attempts to deal with some bad habit. When I try to load this sample, I get the choice to either load everything or load without the sample data. If I load everything, I will see a few entries have already been made for me. So let's say I have a habit of biting my nails. Every time I get the urge to bite my nails, I go in here and enter the information about the nail biting incident. I record what was happening to trigger the emotion, what I did to resist, and set the checkbox to declare if I was successful in resisting the urge. It's not a magic bullet for dealing with habits, but it's a strategy frequently recommended by therapists to give you more information about what triggers your habit and how you deal with it, so you can have the information necessary to come up with a real strategy for combating it. So now I'm just going to make up an event and enter it into my records. And as you can see, our new entry shows up here in our main report. This report is fully customizable, of course, but I'll show you that in a more advanced video. But I don't like having all these useless instructions over here now that I know how to use this dashboard. I want to get rid of those, so I'm going to go into the main menu and select Edit Home Cards. Now I can move and delete stuff. But deleting a card from a dashboard does not delete the card or the report from your system. They aren't harming anything, but I want to get rid of them anyway, so I'm going to go into the menu and select the Manage page. The Manage page is a list of all the usable assets you have available currently. As you can see, we have 5 tabs for trackers, which is like a set of data, cards, which are the movable containers we see on the dashboards, reports, which are the dynamic or static sets of text, charts, which are line and bar charts, which I have not shown you yet, and the dashboards themselves. I already know we have both a card and a report for the instructions, so I find the Habit Kicker Instructions card and click the Delete button. Then I find the Habit Kicker Instructions report and delete that. With the exception of the dashboards, if I click directly on an item, it will open it in a pop-up. I can also hit the Edit button for any item to edit the settings for that object. In the case of trackers, I can directly edit the data for that tracker by hitting the Edit Data button in the tracker editor. So let's move on to another example, the Meetings Are Pointless sample. This time I'm going to show you a custom download. This sample I can see has 4 cards, 1 chart, 1 dashboard, 4 data sets, 2 reports, and since we have 4 data sets, we naturally have 4 trackers with names matching their data sets. I already know I don't need the instructions since I made this dashboard, so I'm going to uncheck the instructions card and the instructions report so that they will not be installed. Now that I have this sample loaded, I go to the dashboard and find that, oops, the dashboard was expecting those instructions objects. No matter, I'll just delete it from the dashboard and move on. The meetings are pointless dashboard is a data-driven way for you to convince your boss to cut back on the number of meetings you're having. Let's enter some information as an example. We record some data about the meeting we went to and watch the entry pop up in our report on the right. As you can see, the report automatically calculates some values to give your boss an estimate on how much they're actually spending in worker hours per meeting. In the bottom card, you can see a chart that graphs the estimated cost of each meeting. Let's take a quick and dirty look at what that chart is doing behind the scenes. I'm going to select Edit from the main menu and click on the Edit button for this card. I can now see this card has only one item in its display list, which is the chart. So I'll click on its Edit button. And what we see here may get a little complicated for some of you. What you see in this field is a JSON text object that sets up the configuration for this chart. I am going to cover the details of that in another video, but rest assured this will become more user-friendly as I add chart building wizards and other tools into this editor. Now let's say I want to save a snapshot of everything to the cloud. Let's go create a save instance. I open the Load Save menu and hit the New button. I may need to log in here. Passwords and user accounts are managed by Google's Firebase, so you're going through Google's security systems. I have absolutely no access to your password. Signing up for an account takes only a couple minutes and does not require a credit card, but does require an email. Now that I'm logged in, I can create a new save instance. I type in a name, select if I want it to be public so any user can use it, and optionally choose to designate any data sets I include as sample data, basically giving the user an easy option to not download it. Now I simply select which assets and data sets I wish to include in this save instance and hit save. In this case, I've saved pretty much everything from all 3 of the dashboards we downloaded today, including all the data and my changes. Since I did not choose to make this public, I can now see it in the Mine tab. Now I can download this the same way I downloaded the samples. So I'm going to stop there. Hopefully this gave you enough of an introduction to the app that you can dive in and start experimenting with building your own dashboards and management systems. Please drop any ideas or feedback below, and thanks for watching.